Like every day in this crisis, um, I want to do this like a little bit a diary for myself. If we getting over this, it is somehow for me. Then I can go back and can watch that how stupid I was or how stupid the people are. At first, let us have a look at statistics today. It is let's see. We have nearly 200,000 cases of corona today, and we have over 107,000 in uh, active cases, and it means that we have a little bit over 100,000 in middle condition and 6,400 in a critical condition. Um, we have recovered cases 82,000, and sadly, nearly 8,000 dead people, and this is really sad. So in Germany, I I predicted a few days ago. I predicted that we have over 8,000 people. Um, we have over 8,000 cases here in Germany, and I was right, and I was right as well for the dead people. And sometimes it feels not good to to uh, be on the right side. That's the problem. I predicted that we have over 25 dead people in at Wednesday, and it is like I said. And the thing is, we in Germany we have yesterday it was just just to have a look where it is. I have it somewhere here. I think it's here. Let me see. Um, yeah, we have. Let me see. Where do I have that? So we have. Yesterday we had some rules for um, the virus here in Baden-Württemberg. This is my county, South Germany. And yesterday um, there was a problem that I was going outside and I had a look outside. I thought this cannot be. The government has given out some rules for the counties to um, for the crisis, and it was much more than yesterday the counties have done. Yesterday, all the shops were open, and I was a little bit shocked. And I was also shocked about the people which are sitting in a at the coffee shops and drinking coffee together. They enjoy the sun and so on. I don't. I was really shocked about the people because the only way today to prevent something to prevent us, to protect us, to cut this dynamic behavior of this pandemic, we have to stay apart. We have to keep our distance, and sometimes people are reacting just stupid. And today there are new rules. The shops have they have they have to close the normal shops only for food. Uh, they can be open for drink and the drugstores, fuel station, banks, the post offices, um, the hairstylist. This is something I do not get really why the hairstylist can be open, um, and the newspaper sellers and the markets for Home Depot or something like that, and the markets for animal food as well. Um, Everything else has to be closed. And I think this is the only right way to do that, to react and to behave. This is something I'm telling since I think Saturday. I was I was not. We had the kart racing track open at Saturday and Sunday, and I was really afraid that some people are coming to drive. The thing is, for me, it is the problem that I really have problems if I have a cold or something like that. I really have problems to recover. The last cold I had, I had to have a recovery time of about 4 weeks, and I don't know why this is happening the last few years, that it takes longer and longer and longer for me to recover. Even if I am a big guy, but somehow a cold is bringing me down on my knees. And I was really afraid to open, and I hope for the that the people are a little bit reasonable and they are not coming, even if it's money for us. But yeah, but there were people with their kids, and they behaved just normal, and I didn't get this. I really don't get it. Why people acting like that? In France, they have now a ban to go outside because the people are not able to follow some rules. And I think we have the same here in Germany. In less than a week, we will have a ban to go outside as well. Even if the government says something else, I don't believe that, because the last Saturday there was some news spreading around, and the news was saying that there will be more rules and more things we have to pay attention to, and next week, because they closed down the schools at Friday. And yeah, then there was the Secretary of Health was saying fake news. This is not true. We do not bring more restrictions out and rules and so on. And Sunday evening, and there's the rule for shutting down Germany and closing today. I think today it's a day where the European Union will shoot down the borders against people which are not from the European Union. So nobody can enter the European Union anymore. Where, let's say, like the USA, you cannot enter anymore if you are not part of the European Union. So that's totally okay, I think, because, but it is too late. At Frankfurt, at Fraport, there was still last week landing airplanes from China Air and Alitalia without any health controls. Not even they measured just an easy measurement of the temperature. This was, they were not able to do that. And the other thing is, what I really don't get, it's the same when 9/11 happened or other stuff. Now the conspiracy theorists crawling out of their holes, of their black slimy holes, and they do their thing. I have seen something, it is unbelievable. We only have Corona right now. This is one of these conspiracy guys was saying, and he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Um, there are very intelligent conspiracy uh, theorists out there, which are thinking they are doctors. They bite a doctor from a church in in the Caribbean, and or from a church of the USA, the Church of Light, doctor of the Church of Light, something like that, um, and he said that we have only corona because we have now corona tests. We are able to testing for corona. This is why we have corona right now. Corona was here. Who's saying corona was not here before? And maybe this is the only reason people lying. What? I really don't get this. This is something I always think, okay, maybe, just maybe, you should go outside and play in front of a train, please. It is just ridiculous. Just, what is going on with these people? What is going on in the head of these people, which are talking shit like that? They the thing is that there's some people out there which are believing that, and if you are a reasonable person and you have a little bit, or your brain is functional, has a normal functionality, you can figure out that by yourself what is true and what is not true. And some people out there just don't believe the truth, that what is logical and so on. It's the same that Sunday there was a guy. He was telling me this is a military virus. Okay, no, it isn't, because there are some rules for military used viruses or biological weapons. At first, one of the main things about military or biological weapon like a virus is that that the virus is not mutating, because, and the other thing, it's not deadly, because you want to keep your enemy busy, and that people don't keep you busy. And that is why a virus, a military virus, will not be deadly. It makes you ill in a bad way. And the other thing, it does not mutate, because if you have an enemy and you want to send your troops in that area where you have put it a military virus, you have to have a medicine for your own troops, which protects your troops. And if the virus is mutating, just your troops getting ill. So it is not a military virus, and SARS isn't a military virus. It's always the same thing. It's the same thing which with the AIDS thing as well, or the HIV. They say there's some people out there saying this is from a laboratory, and this is just not true. This is just bullshit. It's just bullshit. We have the Spanish influenza in 20s, I think, 20 or 30s. When was the Spanish? the Spanish flu, and it was in 1918 until 1920 December, and I think it was 200 million people were dead this time. Let me see. Yes, this was the last time we had a really big problem with a virus, and nowadays we would say, okay, this is because they had not this they the medical services was not that the medical knowledge was not that developed in that time. Yeah, that's true. But now we have, let's say, a high-end medicine um, level, medical level, and we still have problems. So that's the same thing. And there was a Turk was Turk. Is it the right word for uh, Turkish man was last week. He was at the kart racing track, and we know him, and he knows us. And he was telling my wife, he knows that my wife is Italian, and he said, "Oh, I don't know. We are really shocked about that. I didn't thought that Italians are so dirty. What the heck? Why are Italians dirty? Because they have more corona cases than uh, the Turkish nation has now. And I think there's so many wrong information out there. How this virus is spreading. Um, what is the right thing to do? And this is really a bad thing right now. That the people don't get it, or many people don't get it. My father, as example, was one moment. Yeah, my father and my stepmother, they were shopping last week, or yeah, last week at Saturday, I think. And they were in a shopping mall, and a woman was always really near my father. And my father turned around and said to that woman, please go away a little bit. Uh, you know that you have to have a little bit of distance, 1.5 meter, 2 meters, and please don't be so near. This is just ridiculous. So go away. And then they went outside, and on the parking lot, this woman was screaming, "The coronavirus is only a construction of the medias. It's not real." What? Okay, the media's made this up. Some people believe that. This is just ridiculous how some people think about stuff. Okay. Anyway, um, I have still a lot of things to do. Let me see. Let me just render this very quick. We have here a wonderful framework, and I have to work on that part here and on that part here, because I want to have this accessible. So we have to work on that at first. So I have to bring some of these beams down here, and maybe one like this in a horizontal line here, and here the same thing as well, because I want to that characters are able to, or the player character is able to move freely in the house and can access every room. And maybe, just maybe, this is something we have to talk about. Or I have to talk about with Chris, maybe we can create doors where only your play character can enter, and you can open the door and close the door, and maybe you find some stuff there, some Easter eggs, some gold or whatever, and we'll see. This is just so it is a role playing and strategy game, so we have to create some let's say quest thingies, maybe a little bit. There are quests, there are challenges, there's small quests, but there's not something like a real quest system right now. We because it is the point is that it is more a strategy game than a quest based game, so we don't need at the moment a really not a really a quest system which is like in World of Warcraft or something like that. This is just the topic, the main topic is about strategy and building a city. Maybe there will be one or two quests in there as well, but it is not the main thing. But we want to be prepared, and because of that, I'm going to create the buildings like in a in a pure RPG game. And we have accessible buildings, faces, because maybe you can do one or the other thing in the buildings. So it is nice to have the possibility to enter the buildings. And this is something I really don't get here. Why is that? Because there are more vertices selected than they should. Let me see. This is wrong. I don't need down. I don't need down. I don't need. Let me see. Going with that. Face down. And this one and this one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to local view, so it's easier to see what we are doing here. I really should pay attention to the chats here. This is something I missed yesterday, and I was raided. Okay, so now I see the chats, and I can react to one or the other question, if there are some questions, but I don't think so. Bridge attribute. So we have that. This is cool, and to this one here. Let me see what's going on here. This was yesterday. So, wait out. Moxie. Soft edges. The soft edges. Yeah, unwrap that. Let me rotate that. There's something wrong here. Why is that? Okay, we have that. And we do the same thing for that one here as well. We're going to that. That one. Yeah. So we got this in Y, and we do the same thing here. Delete the face. That one. Moxie. 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 Bridget sloops. Soft edges. Soft edges. Okay, we have the same. Unwrap. Oh, I have some problems. Not that one, here's one. Take 90 degrees. You grab down and scale it down. Yeah, I think this is cool. So now let's add some more here. Some just a normal cube. Scale this in Shift X. X. So that one. Mm, so we take that. Yes. Maybe we have to bring in here. I want I want that this is um, a level 2 building, but I want to create a level 3 building easily out of that. And so I have to think about what is the next level. And the next level will be that maybe here is a balcony or something like that. Here. Maybe this is one story more here. One floor. I add one more story. This is Stockwerk. Let me see. One floor, one story. Okay, story. Oh, sorry. No story. Story. Okay. So. Okay. I need a fresh coffee. And I'm back in a minute. And then we move on and maybe we do some other stuff as well. I think today I will stream a little bit longer and we do something else. And yeah, let's finish that roof and then we doing something else. Okay, so I'm back and let's see. Copy that. See, we bring that. Go to down here, and rotation is Let me see if this works. No, this is the wrong direction. 33.4 plus 90 degrees. Let's go with minus 133.4. Yeah, that's right. That's the right direction. Let's move this over. Okay, and this has another so we take that an X. X. Okay. So we apply that. Separate that. So yeah, we don't need that here. So we delete that. over. The thing is that we should have something like mm, we rotate that inside 90 degrees. Let's rotate in Y. Like this. So we apply that. Apply. So bring that to about here. There we go with that. See. Okay, I think we've done this. We're finished with that framework, I think. I hope. And we can begin to add the facade here. Maybe we do a clay facade here, and here maybe a wood facade or something like that. Something which is looking maybe nice. Yeah. I think we're doing that. So let's see what we can do right now. And yesterday I thought we can do something like a tower or some for 3D printing. And let me see. Let me see. Mm, yeah, I thought that we can do something for 3D printing, and let me see. Let's create a new one. Let's call it out. Camera and light. New. Let's call this tower. And tower base. Well, let me see. I want to have a tower which has a diameter which is playable and on every stage. And let's see, where do I have this damn figurines here? So we have this figurines here, and this figurine is about 4 centimeters high. The head is about at 32. And what I have seen that Warhammer is making its figurines bigger now. Not anymore this 28 millimeter stuff. They're becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't know why people accept this all the time. What Games Workshop is doing is something like the law. Then we have 32, so we have to let's go this. Let's say 32. This is one of these. And so this is a blender unit. This is a micro mini blender unit or something like that. Scale this down. So this is one figurine here. Or we take it like that this is, the thing is, there's this not this uneven scaling. It's not 1:1, 1:50 or something like that. It's something really funny. 1:62 or something like that. So we have to keep in mind that this is something like 1.80 meters. So if this is scale as an x, let's say this is one figurine height and the scaling of one figurine here. So entrance, rotate X 90 degrees. So an entrance would be a normal door is like that. Scale X and something like that. So I delete these faces here. So let me see. Make a border like that. And four, five. The thing is that we have to think that most of the figurines are on bases and they have to fit through the door. And a normal base of a figurine is something like 30 millimeters. So we face that, and let me see. With the base, it is the base is about. Let me see. Let's do that and set. So let me see if I have some bases here. Just a moment. So I have here some bases. These here. And let me see. I think these are small bases here. This is just 22 millimeters. And let me see if the figurine fits on that. Yeah, it barely fits like a burner of, this is a burner orc from Games Workshop, and this is barely fitting on that. So I think I would prefer 30 millimeters of base. So we're doing that. So we have to pay attention that the things are accessible with that. So, and just a moment, please. So we scale as an X, like that. So the doors are a little bit bigger. And bring it down to and join this together. So this is the figurine here. Let me see. Figurine. So we have that. Now let's see how big a tower base should be. And if we make a normal tower at the beginning, so this is a little bit small here. This is 20 centimeters. And this is 40 centimeters, and I think this is a little bit too big to print. Or let me see. So this is 10 centimeters, one blender unit. So we have here 40 centimeters. And 40 centimeters is really, really big, like that. As you can see, this is really big, and I think it's too big. So 30 centimeters is maybe reasonable, or 25 as a base. Oh, let's see. I'm just doing the base setup right now and try to figure out how big it should be. So if we take down 25 millimeters, 25 centimeters, so we have a size of 25, 12.5. So we're going down to about here. So this is then the base here. And we have to think that we have to bring in some stairs as well, because there's maybe a second floor. Let me see, the first floor, let's see, 10 centimeters, is it too high or too low? 10 centimeters, that's maybe not that bad. And the size of a wall, let's say we have point let's see, that the size of one stripe if you print is 0.4 millimeters. So we have to think how big it should be. And 0.4, that means if we have 4 millimeters, we have 10. So 1 centimeter is 12 millimeters maybe. $12 millimeters. Extrude that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have to think about how we can cut this to have good size for the printer. And I think I can do. Um, mm, let me see. Totally delete that and cap Y. Cap Y. Makes 2000 cent. So this is the minimum size of a door. Oh, this is the first floor. And size is, this is pretty big. So we have 12 centimeters, 15 centimeters. This is very, very big. 30 centimeters is big. Take that out to about here. 22 centimeters. So this is cool. I want to see where the So we save that. Towers. Let's call this tower base. Tower base setup. So, okay. So we open. I really should plan this a little bit more. Just want to see something. This is maybe the wrong one. Hmm. Let me see something. So let's mute the microphone real quick and I'm back, and yeah, I'm thinking about to end the stream right now because I have to do something, and I cannot do this off on screen. Let's say it live. So I'm going to finish the stream right now. But keep in mind, keep your distance. Let's say hashtag social distancing. I have read something. Imagine 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, just wake up and with a deep cough and fever and full body aches, and you get to the doctor and you get diagnosed with corona. And think about that. For the last 2 weeks, you were unaware that you were infected. For at least 2 weeks, you've continued to live your life as normal. You go to restaurants, go to the coffee shop, to the gym, and so on. And you go to entertainment businesses like cinemas or other stuff. And just because you don't feel sick. And then maybe you have mild conditions of the coronavirus and you just lay down a few days and you feel crummy, and after a while you feel well again, because you are in the age where you are young and healthy. But think about the elder peoples. Maybe your grandpa you have visited last week. Maybe he wears oxygen or something like that, and has some heart condition and so on. And think about that. So keep in mind, keep your distance, and stay healthy, stay away from elder people. Be not so arrogant. Don't think you cannot get the coronavirus. So, like every day, stay healthy and stay tuned and have a nice and creative and healthy day. And we will see us tomorrow morning or this evening. I don't know yet. We will see. We have to do one or two things here right now because everything is going to shoot down, and maybe I should buy one or two things. Not that much. We have bought the stuff for about 2 weeks, but we need some fresh vegetables or fruits or something like that. And yeah, so stay healthy. This is the only thing I can say. Keep your distance. So this is very important. So okay, maybe today another stream, maybe tomorrow morning. For sure tomorrow morning, but for today it maybe today evening. We will see. So have a nice